Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. In English, that would mean all praise to the Most High, in the name of the Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostles and elders and brothers of Great Millstone, GMS for short, where I am learning this 100% truth. Shalom to the elect, to the 144,000 that's scattered to all four corners of the earth, to the mixed multitude that's scattered to all four corners of the earth. Shalom to the sincere sisters that believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, that also believe in this 100% truth. Matthews 28:19 tell us to go therefore teaching all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father Yahweh, and in the name of the Son Yahweh Shah, and in the name of the Holy Spirit, the Rakakwadash. So that's what we're going to be doing. So you get a lot of people that tell you that the Africans and the Americans are the same. Now, granted, you do have, now it's, when you dealing with the Africans and like me, I'm an Israelite. There's a difference between the Israelites and the hamites. We look different in everything. Now, will you have some Israelites mingled amongst the Africans? Yes. Yes, you will. Because anywhere that the Israelites were, they mingled with the other people, which we wasn't even supposed to be mingling with the Canaanites, man. That was a part of the 7 nations the Lord said not to deal with. But you know, our people hard-headed, so they did it anyway. But it's definitely a difference. It's a difference. You see people like, you can't just automatically say like, oh, no, that's a Hamite. Nah, you never know. But there definitely is a difference. Definitely. So I just wanted to do a little picture. Like, you definitely can see a difference in that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, our features are different and everything. Like, most of the time they're darker and everything, but you still can't just say it like, yeah, that's a Hamite. That's a nah, because you never know, because we scattered to all four corners of the earth. You can't tell, but is there a difference between an Israelite and a Hamite? Yes, especially biblically. Spiritually, all that, because they believe in something different than we do. They believe in something different than we do. And I had looked it up. So, Canaanites, called Canaan, roughly modern Israel, Palestine, Lebanon, part of Syria and Jordan. It says they spoke Hebrew. They spoke Hebrew, though. They spoke the Semitic language. It says what they practiced, though, they practiced religion was El, Baal, Asherah, and Anat. That ain't what we represent. We ain't praying or none of that to none of them. We praying to Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. That's it. Nothing else. So it says, forming the kingdom of Israel and Judah. That's the 12 tribes, the northern and the southern. They spoke Hebrew, which is actually a Canaanite language. It says our religion is centered around Yahweh. So I had grabbed a few scriptures, because the Lord wasn't dealing with them. Come on, man. Now you want to. It's crazy, man, how they just mess stuff up. I already had everything queued up and everything. So, Genesis 10 and 15 in the KJV, it says, and Canaan begat Sidon, his firstborn, which was, I'll read it in the NLT. Canaan's oldest son was Sidon, the ancestors of the Sidonians. Canaan was also the ancestors of the Hittites. So the Jebusites, the Amorites, the Gargashites. So these was the seven, the Hivites, the Archites, and the Sinites. These was the seven churches that the Lord told us to stay away from. Because they will get us to eat the food that they eat. They will get us to do all the traditions that they was doing. They will get us to worship the same gods that they worship. And we not supposed to be doing that. We not supposed to be doing that. So that's why he said, hey, don't mess with them. Don't mess with them. So that's definitely a difference right there. The Lord told us not to, man, we can have all the different nations, all the concubines, all that. But he said, hey, don't go messing with them. We did it anyway because we hard-headed, but, we going to pay for that. So look, Deuteronomy 7, I'm going to read to 7. I'm going to read from 1 to 7. Or, hold on, let me see. To 5. I'll read to 5. It says, when the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, thy power, shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it, and has cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites, and the Girgashites, and the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than you. And when the Lord thy power shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. And thou shalt make no covenant with them, no covenant, nor show mercy unto them. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughters thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughters shalt thou take unto thy sons. See, that means don't mess with them at all. Just destroy them. For they will turn away the sons from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you, and destroy thee suddenly. But thus shall ye deal with them. Ye shall destroy their altars, and break down their images, and cut down their groves, and burn their graven images with fire. And this is for thou art an holy people, the Israelites are, unto the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, thy power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, thy power has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So there's a big difference. You can't be from Africa and America anyway. Them people tricked our people, man. And our people still to this day thinking the same shit. That picture show you ain't got no big ass thing in your tongue or in your ears and shit. But now people starting to do it, but that ain't one of our cultures. We don't do that shit. Hanging shit from your mouth and shit. No, we ain't doing none of that. So a precept, Exodus 34 and 15, it says, "Lest thou make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land, and they go a whoring after their gods, and do sacrifice unto their gods, and one call thee, and thou eat of his sacrifices." So let's read that in the NLT. It says, "You must not make a treaty of any kind with the people living in the land. They lust after their gods, offering sacrifices to them. They will invite you to join them in their sacrificial meals, and you will go with them." So it's the reason why he told us. It says, "And thou take of their daughters unto thy sons, and their daughters go abhorring after their gods, and make thy sons go abhorring after their gods." So in the NLT it says, "Then you will accept their daughters who sacrifice to other gods as wives for your sons, and they will seduce your sons to commit adultery against me by worshiping other gods." So it was a reason why the Lord told us don't deal with them. Because this is what they would do. They wicked. And if you messing with them, just like what happened with King Solomon, he was messing with all them different nations, and they tricked him into doing stuff that he wasn't supposed to be doing. That's why the Lord said don't deal with them. He said don't deal with them. So Genesis 9 and 22. It says, "And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father, and told his two brothers, and Shem and Japheth," which the Israelites are Shem. The Hamites are, the Canaanites are Ham. That's two different nations. That's two different. So it says, "And Shem and Japheth took a garment and laid it upon both their shoulders, and went backwards and covered their nakedness of their father, and their faces were backwards, and they saw not their father's nakedness. And Noah awoke from his wine, and knew what his younger son had done unto him. And he said, Cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants shall he be unto his brethren. And he said, Bless the Lord of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant." See, they're going to be under us. They're going to be under us. No, we're not the same. No, we're not the same. Will you have some Israelites amongst them? Yes. You got Israelites amongst everybody. But that don't mean they us. You got to go and break it down and get to that bottom of it and see where their fathers come from and stuff. Not the mothers, the fathers. You got to see where their fathers come from, man. But the Lord really told us don't deal with them, man. So it's a reason why he told us don't deal with them, because they wicked. They believe in Baal and Asherah and Anat and other different gods. And that's not Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. So that's going to have you committing spiritual adultery. And once you do that, the Lord is going to destroy you. Them people ain't us, man. So Joshua 11 and Joshua made war a long time with all those kings of them different nations that I named. 19. There was not a city that made peace with the children of Israel, save the Hivites, the inhabitants of Gibeon. All other they took in battle, for it was the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, that hardened their hearts, that they should come against Israel in battle, that he might destroy them utterly, and that they might have no favor. No favor. But that he might destroy them as the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah commanded Moses. So in that favor, Deuteronomy 20 and 16, it says, but of the cities of these people, which the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, thy power, doeth give thee for an inhabitants, thou shalt save alive nothing that breathe. In those towns, NLT, in those towns that the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, your power is giving you as a special possession, destroy everything, every living thing. He don't care nothing about them. Them nations ain't us, man. Them nations ain't the apple of the Lord's eye. Matter of fact, what's that? Isaiah 40 and 17. Yep. All nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing and vanity. In the NLT, it says the nations of the world are worth nothing to him. In his eyes, they count for less than nothing. Mere emptiness and froth. So that lets you know, man, he don't care nothing about them. They not us. They not the apple of the Lord's eye. The apple of the Lord's eye is the Israelites, which really he's only dealing with the elect of Israel. But I want to get back to that picture again to let you see, man, we ain't them. We ain't them, man. We are not them. The so-called Negroes are the Israelites. So the so-called Negroes, the Mexicans and the natives, them are the Israelites. The Hamites ain't a part of us. Now, are some of our people mingle with them? Yes, because our men was in the same areas as them. So, of course, they gon', you know what I'm saying, bone some of their women. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we probably got some, well, we do have some Israelites amongst all different nations because we scattered to all four corners of the earth. But that still, you would have to go to the bottom, get to the bottom of it, to the lineage, to see where they actually come from. And if the Israelite thing is on their mom's side and their dad is a Hamite, they are a Hamite. You are whatever your father is, man. We are not Hamites. We are Israelites. We are not African American. No, we are Israelites. It's a big difference, man. So, yeah, I just wanted to, because you got people that think everybody the same, all of us the same because we dark-skinned. Nah. No. We are different. We are the chosen people. They are the cursed people. So, call Allah Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Ruach HaKodash. In English, that would mean all praise to the Most High in the name of the Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostles and elders and brothers of Great Millstone, GMS for short, where I am learning this 100% truth. Shalom to the elect, to the 144,000, to the mixed multitude that scattered to all four corners of the earth, putting in this work. Shalom to the sincere sisters that believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, that also believe in this 100% truth. Hopefully this lesson was edifying. Shalom.